I'm out in nature today in the Swedish archipelago, and this gives me a chance to make a connection to the unique qualities of the land here, and just to share a little bit with you. You know, this is a very, very rocky place. Underneath of everything is just this pure granite rock. And on top of it, you know, are the forests that have grown, you know, on the organic material that's been deposited over, you know, thousands and thousands of years. And all of these rocks jutting up and jutting down create the space for the water that flows between all of these individual islands that are out here. So there's the islands, you know, and rising up on the islands is all of the organic growth, the trees, which provide the habitat for the birds and the animals. And there the sun and the wind, and the elements are very strong out here. You know, just walking out for this trip, we've passed areas of the forest where during the winter, strong winds have blown down so many trees. And I guess one of the things I really appreciate about the quality of nature here is how things are striving to live and dying at the same time. You know, things that are falling down off the rocks, the trees are falling down, and at the same time new trees are coming up. It's so very, very dynamic. And I think this teaches us something really important about life. You know, if we listen to nature, if nature is our teacher, things are coming and going all the time. Everything is in a constant state of change. Things are living and things are dying. And this is the nature of the world that we live in. And this is also the nature of our physical bodies, that our physical bodies grow and they die, that our physical bodies are part of nature. What isn't part of this is the spirit of the soul that lives in us, you know, forever and ever. The soul that's been through countless lifetimes, the soul that's been on other worlds. And so we come to this interesting paradox of how is it that we're a being of soul and a physical being, that we're a being of soul living in this container, this garment of the physical form. And I think being in nature teaches us that, at least in regard to our physical form, that we must obey the nature of the physical world, that we must take our wisdom from nature to understand ourselves as physical beings, to understand ourselves as simply part of nature, just simply part of nature, part of the earth. And as we live and as we die, you know, we are just like everything else in the earth, just like everything else in the physical world. And as we die, we pass on to that part of ourselves that is eternal, that cosmic aspect of ourselves that has an existence that continues on. And that is the nature of our being. So let's give ourselves over to the wisdom of the earth. Let's give ourselves over to the way that the earth works, always changing, dynamically flowing, in the birth and death of all things. Let us take in that wisdom of nature and not be misled to try to mix our ideas of our cosmic nature with our ideas of our physical one. You know, let ourselves be physical in those ways that we are physical, and let ourselves be of spirit in those ways that we are of spirit. Okay, in love and light.